Um, I think that Devin is improving right before our eyes. I think that he's gained some invaluable experience with 36 rounds against Southpaws and JoJo Diaz, Vasil Lomachenko, and Regis Prograis. And his two biggest threats, well, two of his biggest threats are Southpaws and Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson. So I think that it was smart matchmaking to match him with those guys, knowing that one day he might fight Tank or Shakur. Um, so I think that Devin is getting better. You know, at one time I thought Tank had some advantages. He was a little bit more farther along as far as his development. But after the last couple of performances, I think it's pretty much even right now. Um, Devin looked great. Um, and I think that Devin has a huge size advantage over Tank. Not just weight, not just the rehydration, but just length and everything. And I think that the fight would definitely favor Devin if they fought at 140 pounds. And yeah,
You
I don't
think
think
Vegas will have it that way too?
I don't know. I don't know who the odds on favor would be. I just think it would have Devin would have an advantage if he got to come in if the fight was at 140. I'm not. It's not a pick. I'm not saying who will win. I just think that Devin being able to come in at 140, would be a big advantage for him. But honestly, man, I'm gonna tell you something. This gonna sound like I'm being a cynic. I don't think that the fight's gonna happen. I just think
Mm.
that I don't think either side is gonna give up their advantage. That's just my honest opinion. I don't believe either side will give it up. I don't think it's just you got one side, you know, the dude that made just $30 million, so he's a superstar, you know. But you got another side who saw that Devin looked really good at 140, and Devin has made some money too, and he's not going to just that's a hell of a chance to take the fight Tank at 135, knowing that you're going to be compromised physically, so I just don't think either side is going to budge as far as the fight, and Tank's people not going to let him fight a guy that rehydrates to 165 from 140. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the rehydration. It's part of the rules, then you're allowed to do it. I'm just saying that I just don't think a fighter of Tank's caliber with the team that he got around him, they're going to just allow that to happen. And I don't think Bill Haney is going to drag his son down to 135. So I don't think the fight can happen. I mean, I just don't. I just think that both sides they're going to be at like a stalemate. Like, I'm not giving that up, and I'm not going to get that up. And I think they're going to wind up going their separate ways. Devin seems like he's a guy that's going to be a welterweight pretty soon. So I don't see it happening. That's just my personal opinion.
Mm. Now, if he comes into welterweight, what are your thoughts on that? Because like there's a lot of play at 140.
You mean 147?
Not just 140 itself. It's stacked.
Oh, I thought you
47
said
is lacking names.
say that one more time.
I feel like 140 pound is stacked, and the welterweight division is lacking names.
Yeah, it's some good fights at 140 for Devin. I mean, listen, Teofimo Lopez, that's a super fight at 140. I don't know why everybody not talking about that one.
Exactly.
I mean, because he's at 140. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like you got to make him come up anywhere. He's going to be at 140, so you don't have a weight issue that you would have with Devin and Tank. You don't have that issue with Teofimo and Devin. So that's a huge fight. Devin has him. He got Ryan Garcia. I mean, he got some big fights at 140 pounds. You know what I mean? So I know Tank is the big money, but I just think that weight is going to be an issue with Tank where it won't be an issue with the other guys.
Mm. And who would you favorite? in that fight with like a Tio and Devin?
Shucks.
It's a good fight.
It's a good fight, man. God darn, that's a good fight. Stylistically, the fight favors Devin, but Tiafimo is so complete. I've seen him do so much, you know what I mean, in the ring. But Tiafimo is kind of naturally a counterpuncher, and Devin's length, and if he boxing real good, that kind of favors him in that aspect of it. But man, Tiafimo is no joke, man. When he's hot, he's as complete as a fighter as there is, man. Let me think about that. I favor Devin over Ryan Garcia right now. I can see that fight a little bit more clearly, and I think Devin is really coming into his own. And he probably has a little bit of an advantage over Ryan right this moment. Ryan, probably got to improve a little bit under Derek James, maybe a little bit more time with Derek James. But Teofimo and Devin, man, that's a great fight. I could say that Devin has a stylistic advantage, but Teofimo, man, he could just do so much. I was so impressed with that Josh Taylor performance. Um, I don't know. They got to fight. That would be a great fight. I would be very interested in that.
Mm. Do you think Subriel Matias has a shot with any of these guys
To beat him or to fight him?
to beat him?
Sure.
Because they both supposedly they both sent contract to Matias.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Um, yeah, I think he got a shot to beat him. But I'm gonna tell you something. This is going. I don't favor him to beat them. I know everybody thinks he's like the best guy in the division right now. I don't view him like that because I don't know enough about him to say that. I think that kind of guys with a lot of knockouts and they got like that brawling style. Everybody goes crazy over that until until we see him, have to make some kind of adjustments. So I think he's a heck of a fighter. I think he's good, heavy-handed, got good pressure and all. But I didn't see him tagged up a lot. I didn't see him hit with a lot of punches. I've also seen him hurt real bad, and he got outboxed, a couple of maybe a year or two ago. So I don't I don't know if he's the whole boogeyman. He might be the boogeyman, but I think we need more evidence of it. I would favor I give them a slight advantage over him right now.